Okay, alright. We ate the spicy salsa again. But I know it's a bad idea, but we're gonna get through the cast. And I have my yogurt to my left, and my smoothies to my right, and my university class is starting in an hour, so let's get on into the game. Okay, I think we can do this. Okay, hello everyone, it's me, Mr. 79. On this glorious day, albeit spicy, of January 27th, 2017, and we have a nice PvZ to help you start off your day, spawning in the bottom left-hand position of Newkirk Precinct, representing our blue Protoss player. It is GBreze. And his Zerg opponent spawning in the bottom left-hand position of Newkirk Precinct, representing our friend Dick. Or, okay, you know that, representing our blue Zerg player, it is Dick. Oh man. Okay, okay, in case you haven't known that, I just, 1 second. 1 second. Oh, sweet relief of calcium ions. That's doing the trick. Okay. Oh, cannon first. Forge first. Coming down for our friend GBreze on the low ground. We all know what this means, and folks, let me tell you, it's not going to be a fast +1. This probe is going to be up to mischievous things indeed. Dick definitely has to watch out for GBreze's special tactics. Indeed. Let's see. He's actually getting a lot of drones before the hatchery and the gas in the pool, and you know what? He may actually just take a third Richard now, just scouting at this pylon nonetheless. Does he take it seriously? Yes, sending up 4 more drones, gonna go ahead and try to take down this pylon, and ooh, GBreze looking to maybe take a gas is what I think we're trying to do. I think we've seen this gas take before. It's to deny Ravagers and whatnot, but so far the rush is not looking too good for GBreze. 700 meters in the, yep, okay, next is coming down. Alright, if at first you don't succeed, macro out of it, which is definitely what GBreze is thinking here. Nonetheless, it definitely doesn't work at some situations. I mean, after a failed cannon rush, you gotta be just a little bit skeptical of what the Zerg has in store for Uranus, especially if you are a Protoss player. Spawn pool coming down with gas. Maybe we're gonna see Richard try. Dick try. God, so stupid. We're gonna see Dick try to maybe put on some pressure toward our Protoss player, which actually may not be the best choice considering it was a Forge quote-unquote fast expand. He's definitely going to be able to have cannons defensively, which are really good. So unless you want to try your luck with the Ravager all in, definitely throwing down a third base very quickly and droning the hell out of it is what I would definitely recommend for our friend Richard. But we're going to have to see what he wants to do here. A couple more drones on the way, as well as 4 Zerglings, 2 Queens beginning to reach that halfway mark for the production for our friend Dick. Hopefully we're going to go ahead and scout out. What does he see exactly? He sees practically everything. He can assume there's a cyber core. It'd be silly to not have one at this point. GBreze, what is the game plan? You have 100 or so gas saved up. You have a Zealot finishing production. I'm guessing, okay, 3 pylons in the wall. Definitely not optimal. I'm not going to call this optimal. I'm going to call this acceptable because this is Diamond League and I love Diamond League. The taste of it, the smell of it, the cannons, the textures. Oh, it's so great. But it doesn't look like GBreze is going to do any cheesy tech to get back in this game. Gonna throw down a robotics facility, maybe for some DT War Prison shenanigans, but Richard should... Dick! God damn it. Dick should probably be well prepared to handle that situation, because it is very popular in the meta. If you go to the Korean scene, almost a lot... Well, okay, let's stop stuttering. It's very popular in the Korean scene. Gonna have to see what GBreze plans to do with it. Actually, no Twilight on the way, which is really weird. You should only go Twilight Robo or Robo, then really quickly afterwards a Twilight. But it looks like it's just gonna be a Robo. Maybe an Immortal Push is on the menu. Oh, baby. Gonna see an Immortal Push coming on upward our friend GBreze. Maybe he thinks Dick is gonna push him with some Roaches and Ravagers. So the Immortal seems like the logical choice, but if you look at his scouting information, he's completely in the dark. So I guess this is just a blind safety Immortal, kind of like, if I'm gonna die with an Immortal kind of process, which is fine. No judgment over here. 35 to 38 total workers, 8 to 10 army supply. Richard, let me see how much energy you have in your Queens. 28 on there, not horrible. And actually 17 on there, so not horrible. Okay. Nor drones. Yes, okay, Good job, Richard. More drones are definitely on the menu. You can afford to make, like, what? Like, after this round of 6 more drones, 8 more drones. Just completely saturate the absolute living hell out of this third hatchery. And you should be in a fine position. Gonna go for a quick third base, though, is GBreze. One of the ways he gets back into this game. And our friend Richard does see it with the Overlord, so good placement by our friend Richard. I mean, Dick! Okay, I'll stop when I stop messing up his name. Alright. Gonna move over with some Lings and try to cancel this base, especially a good choice out from our friend Dick. Going to try to cancel this third base is definitely a good move for the Zerg player if he can get it off. Band Spore Crawlers coming on up. Definitely gonna be done in time if you were going for a DT drop, but seeing this third base should tip him up that it's probably not gonna happen, but hey, better safe than sorry, says our friend Dick. How many Lings are here? Actually, a decent amount of Lings and Banelings. And an Overseer Cocoon! No, it's an Overlord Cocoon. Notice it didn't say Overseer Cocoon. Look at that, it's a little squishier now. It can do Bane Rain on top of his army if it's so inclined. And actually good kind of wall-off positioning for our friend GBreze. I definitely don't think there's enough to break it, but oh, he's gonna hit the main with Banelings. We have to see how GBreze holds on. I'm pretty certain this is going to go up unmolested. Yeah, there's no way you're breaking this with pure Lings cost effectively, and let's keep an eye on these drops because they are the main contenders of this game. Gonna go ahead and move into the main base with this Overlord. Let's see how Richard reacts. He does technically see that one coming in, and this one moving into the natural base as well. Is he reacting? Yes, pulling the probes in time. Overlord probably not gonna get much done, just patrolling actually. Then going on back, the good old evacuate him to the natural check and then splash the back. Look, the 37 out of 16. Oh my god. Oh no, he hit the cannons instead. No. I'm so sorry, Dick. Oh man. Oh, you only got 2. Oh, you poor soul. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, the good old triple reverse psychology, making him send him to the main and then send him to the natural and then send him to the main again. Gonna go ahead and take out around a couple of probes. I think, yeah, okay, 5. So he's killed 7 workers for the cost of around 7, 8-ish Lings and 5-ish, 6-ish Banelings, which I guess is alright, but, you know, GBreze probably in an okay position this game. 39 to 66 workers this game, never mind. it's definitely looking not so swell, but the Spire is started out for a friend Dick, probably going to be able to make good use of that economy. Actually, a Hive on the way, so, is he gonna go for Mutalisk or immediately into Broodlords? 4th base on the way for our friend Dick, knowing exactly what he has to do. And let's see what our friend GBreze is doing. He's just banking Immortals against the non-existent Roach Tech of our friend Dick. So, quick pro tip of the day. If you don't know what a Dick is doing, you have to find out what it's doing and fast. Otherwise, your Immortals will not do anything at all. I mean, honestly, they're pretty horrible versus Lings. And don't try to tell me they're okay, because they're pretty horrible. Dick! Morphing more Banelings into the Overlord. Oh man, if you've been let me just take this minute to apologize. If you were playing a drinking game out of every time I were to say Richard and then immediately correct myself to say Dick, get yourself checked out for alcohol poisoning, because I'm sincerely flubbing up the names. Richard, Dick, he doesn't have the gas to make that many Mutalisks, so my guess is Greater Spire, and there we go, Greater Spire Tech on the way for our friend Dick. GBreze barely getting that third base up and saturated. He only has 1 probe production at a time, which is pretty odd. Let's take a look at the army supply. 2,000 to 3,000 minerals, 1,000 to 450 gas, so GBreze with a more tech-inclusive army. Maybe he can make some use of that. He probably can't, he's dead. I mean, he can probably at least march over. I mean, you see this? This is all, this gas tech means that Richard's army is just pure Lings and Banes, which isn't that complex and probably won't be able to kill him. It probably will. Oh, actually, Dropper getting taken on over there. Good reaction time for our friend GBreze. Corruptor's on the way. Greater Spire about to finish up. GBreze, unless you want to get destroyed by Dick, I suggest that you push across the map. Because these Immortals do not shoot up. Broodlords are going... killing that? Okay, so the Immortals were kind of blocked from leading, so that's kind of funny. Only 1 Corruptor though, so he won't be able to get that many Broodlords at a time. 51 to 75 total workers, 46 to 64 total army supply, 218 APM to 130... I see the problem with trying to relay the APM in real time. Let's see, more drones on the production tab, more Corruptors which is very good. Gonna morph them into Broodlords, undoubtedly. Let's see. I'm guessing this Crepler will be the first one to morph into a Broodlord. He just has that look to him. Little dick to his gleam. Let's see. There we go! Yeah. First Broodlord on the way for our friend Dick. Spine Crawlers on Spores gonna protect this 4th base location, and Dick actually moving around, sacrificing a lot of those lings. And you know what? This army is kinda scary. It's not scary at all. It can definitely do a decent amount of damage to the Zerg. There's so many Zerglings. And you know what? He can actually blink under the Broodlords to gun them down before the Broodlings can destroy them and then force field them off. He doesn't have blink. As you can guess, I am favoring Dick's position this game, but a lot of cannons are going to do a lot of work to these Zerglings. 88 to 76 total army supply. And you know what? Going back to that blink point I kind of talked about earlier, if he had blink, I think this is actually pretty doable for our friend GBreze. Because Dick doesn't have a Ravager support. He has Link Bane support, which is alright, but if he flubs the engagement, pushes them on the Immortals accidentally, gets force fielded the crap out of himself, he can definitely lose his engagement, but, you know, he doesn't have blink. Oh, the music quieted down with me too. Oh, now I just feel awkward. He's actually going to rotate over to this 4th base location. Oh, Broodlords are very slow units, unfortunately, and let's see how our Dick reacts. Dick is going to look at this and say, oh boy, my Broodlords are not where they need to be. Moving on to this 4th base location is GBreze. Gonna actually take down this hatchery if he focuses it down. Oh, don't just stick around. Ha ha ha. Just focus on the hatchery. Come on. Yeah, focusing on the hatchery and now run away. Run away and research blink. I bet you money there's not even a Twilight Council. Son of a biscuit. Okay. I still have faith in you. They're completely unsupported Broodlords. They're not unsupported. Okay, the sandwich coming on in. The Broodlords raining down justice from above. And this looks like the deadest Protoss army I have seen in a long time. Let's see. Here's a real question. Does he back with the Immortals or the Stalkers? Ah, a little puzzle there for you all to ponder. Gonna go ahead and try to gun down the Broodlords. One goes down, but look at all these Broodlings going down. Putting justice onto the Protoss army. Righteousness and protection, and GG is called, and Dick is victorious, as Dick always is. So good job there for our friend Dick. Definitely knowing how to capitalize on an advantage. Especially when your opponent is doing some janky builds. GBreze. Couple of points here. The failed cannon rush was definitely a contributing factor to your demise. I think that was something you hadn't practiced beforehand. So it getting immediately scouted was pretty horrible. Even if you should have put it in a position where even if it is scouted, it can't just be completely surrounded. So maybe a popular spot is behind the mineral lines or over here tucked away in a corner. Something like that. What I've actually seen people do is they steal a gas. Firstly, they steal a gas, and then they come down and they wall this off with the probe walled in, or not with the probe walled in. They put a pylon down here, and then they throw down a cannon and then support it with another pylon. And that way, you can't get reinforcements down to this hatchery location, and then you can just throw up pylons and cannons over here to your heart's content. But you know what? That is a-okay that you didn't, because everyone has to learn in StarCraft. If I were good play though by Richard, definitely expanding, teching up as you should. Just very solid. I mean, tech. Just teching up as you should. GBreze definitely. If I were him, I would not have made Immortals without scouting out what my opponent was doing. Would have tried to put more pressure onto the Zerg player, and try to figure out what my win condition was instead of non-blink Stalkers and Immortals, and try to edge out an advantage in that sense. But shoulda, coulda, woulda, it's the story of StarCraft. Everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to today's cast. You can go ahead and leave a like on this video if you did enjoy it. If you did enjoy it, it helps me out more than you may think. Leave a comment down below if you are so inclined. What else do I have to say? Subscribe to the channel for more daily StarCraft 2 content. I'm thinking of starting a new series where I kind of like a state of the game kind of deal, like, you know, what's happening in StarCraft this week. So keep an eye out for that. It's probably not gonna happen anytime soon, as I am like slammed. Like, you know what these Broodlords did to those Stalkers? Like, yeah, this is university, and I'm these Immortals. I'm just like, I'm good, but well, I can't do it. It doesn't work like that. So I'm still trying to figure it all out. Subscribe to the channel for more daily StarCraft 2 content. Whew, and remember, oh, Banning Speed on the way, by the way. And remember, folks, the internet could always use more heroes.